So tell me about what exactly happened.
Um, 2004, I was a passenger in the back seat of a car, and
Uh-huh.
we hit a automobile, a truck,
Uh-huh.
and the seatbelt tightened up, and ripped my diaphragm, shoved my guts all the way up in my chest, broke my back.
Uh-huh.
I was in an induced coma for a week at Mercy San Juan, and then since then they took out my colon, half my small intestine, and a couple other things. I'm kind of hollow in there, so I'm on the TPN. They just bumped it up a little bit, so 16 hours with like a 3-4 hour taper,
Mm-hmm.
and just complications. I broke my lower back,
Mm-hmm.
so I have these rods in my lower back. There's just been a lot of complications, and I think they're seeing some heart stuff because of a couple of infections that I had. But they did the heart, same thing they did out in UCLA, they did it here, and my Dr. Halstead said it was fine. Just when I did it there, they seen something that was wrong. They wanted me, I don't know if they faxed you these or...
Yeah, with the requisition I got was for to do what we call cardiac cath or an angiogram.
Uh-huh.
But I couldn't really see much of other stuff down here, so I was, there were other information in the notes, so I was just wondering.
Yeah,
You have
Dr.
some-
Halstead was supposed to, these are from UCLA. Dr. Halstead was supposed to fax you over something because he feels that I don't have to do the heart catheter because I already had done it and it looked good. So he wanted me to do the, what's it called, like sonogram again, or I don't know what it was called. It was a thing that I did over there that showed them that my right or left side of my heart wasn't pumping right.
Hmm.
But I kind of been noticing too, and I was telling Dr. Farmer over there at UCLA, is like when I'm sitting, I haven't felt it today, but I get a few palpations and I'm starting to like a little feel it, and it kind of feels like if I'm falling,
Mm-hmm.
or like if somebody scares you, and it only happens like for a second, but it's kind of happening a little more frequently.
What do you exactly feel?
Like a, but it's not that bad. It's kind of like my heart, like butterflies in my stomach, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like an exciting feeling. I can't explain it. And it's not. Before it would happen maybe once or twice a month, and I was asking my mom, and she goes, "Well, maybe it's your anxiety, because I have bad anxiety. Like if I hear tires screeching, I'll just go into a shock, and my heart will start racing, my palms will get sweaty. But it's not that type of feeling. It's like a roller coaster dip kind of."
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of been noticing it a little more, but I don't know. They said to make sure I tell you that.
Okay. Now, so what other medical problems do you have?
Just the short gut syndrome, the TPN, I have low absorption, malabsorption, short gut syndrome. My legs sometimes and my hands, I notice they're starting to get a little numb more than usual.
Mm-hmm.
And I have pretty low blood pressure because I'm not fluid-wise, even on the TPN I still run dry. After I'm on the TPN, I still hang a liter of fluid that runs directly through me just so I can get a little more activity. But like my feet in the middle of the night, my fiance was asking me why do I do that, and I'm like constantly dancing with my feet,
Mm-hmm.
and they start tingling,
Mm-hmm.
and then my hand, I'm always going like this because my hand falls asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But before all this, they just said it was me being dehydrated and just low blood, but then this heart stuff is starting to kind of scare me now. I'm wondering if it's all connected.
How active are you?
It varies. Some days I can go out and I can do, I have a dog now and I take him around the park and I try to get out and run my errands, and some days I have to be a passenger and just let her, my fiance, take care of everything because I kind of overdo it. And by 5 o'clock, I'm like right now I'm about 190. By 5, 6 o'clock I'll be weighing like probably about 178. This is all water weight right now. And they just started the lipids, so it's beefing me up a little bit.
Okay.
But I get fatigued and tired real quick, you know.
So, so you do have asthma too?
Yeah.
Okay. And any other issues like high cholesterol or low cholesterol? That can happen when you're on TP.
Yeah,
and
see,
things can go haywire.
Yeah,
right?
well, they're giving me. I'm taking an injection of Protonics now for the acid reflux, I guess. But I'm already getting some stuff in here, so my absorption's getting real low. That's why they want to do this transplant, and they're worried about my kidneys and my liver from the TPN.
Right. Yeah, and infection.
Yeah,
so.
I already had 2 of them, so I figured that's what they found out is maybe the last infection, because the last infection I had was pretty bad, and I was here for, you know, probably about a month or so, and they had to give me like vancomycin and a bunch of real hard stuff, and they almost couldn't kill the infection. So I don't know, since then is when those palpations have started, and maybe, I don't know if that infection, they're worried about me getting another one. But Dr. Halstead said he was going to fax over some stuff to you from the last test that I did here.
Right. So let me just check something. So you
Okay.
did have most of your cardiac workup was done here.
Yeah, yeah. But everything I did here, I did it for Stanford. And then Stanford didn't do enough patients. They've only done a transplant in 3 patients, so Medi-Cal wouldn't cover them, or Medicare.
Okay.
So then on my own, I found UCLA, and then we figured we can just take that paperwork over there, but I had to do every single one of those tests over at UCLA. I stayed out there for a week.
Okay. Let me just check something.
Okay.
So apart from that, do you have high blood pressure?
Low.
Low blood pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Low blood pressure.
Okay. How low it has ever been?
80s.
In 80s. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever passed out? Or like have you ever felt like that's
Dizzy sometimes, because now I know to, before I stand up, instead of just getting up, and then that's when it happens, I get dizzy.
Okay. Is there do you smoke?
No.
Alcohol?
No.
Anyone in your family has heart problems?
Yeah, my mom.
What does she have?
I was trying to wake her up this morning to find out what it was, because I had a feeling you were going to ask me that. And then her mother actually had some heart problems. So my mom was telling me I was supposed to wake her up this morning, and I don't know exactly. I can call her maybe.
No, that's fine. But do you know that if she ever suffered from heart attack?
No.
That you know?
No,
Okay.
she's never had a heart attack.
She doesn't have like heart failure or something like that?
No, but she takes a medicine for her heart, though, I think.
Okay. Anyone, your mom is diabetic too, right?
Yeah. She's type 2 now. I was taking insulin when I first got out of the hospital. My blood sugar would get up to like 130. They'd give me like, I think it was a half cc of insulin, but that was probably about 4 years ago. I haven't took it since.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, well, what kind, are you working?
No,
Right,
I'm considered disabled right now.
Okay, what kind of work you used to do?
I used to work with kids, group home. I used to run a group
really?
home out in Santa Rosa, and then I got my massage therapy license, and I was doing that on the side.
Oh.
Right now I'm just doing books. I published my first book, and I have a series of books about this car accident and everything that's going on, and then I have like blogs and videos and just an archive of everything, a diary that I published. Hopefully I can get my writing going after all this is over. I'm hoping this transplant. And
So when are they planning to do it?
well, they did it, the committee. The committee couldn't accept me because they needed to find out about the heart, and then there was another test that I needed to do, and then they go back